Hi, this is Seth Ressler. I'm the digital dot connector for Jacobs Media, and this web tutorial is all about me uploading the first episode of a podcast to Libsyn, which is the company that I'm going to use to host this podcast. You want to use a company to host your audio rather than your own server or whatever server you're using on your website. You want to use a company that really specializes in this. There are two that I generally steer people towards. One is Libsyn, which stands for Liberated Syndication, libsyn.com. Used them for years and years and years and always been very happy with them over there. The other one that a lot of podcasters use that I recommend you check into is Blueberry. Blubrry. And you can talk to Rob Walsh, who's the VP of Podcaster Relations over at Libsyn, or Todd Cochran, who's the founder of Blueberry. And each of them will tell you, kind of the pros and cons of their services. Well, they'll mostly tell you the pros. But, those are the two that I would compare side by side, first and foremost, if you're looking to host a podcast. This one we're going to use on Libsyn, and here I am. So I'm going to log into the Libsyn account. I've signed up. It doesn't cost much for an account. Different tiers depending on how much audio you're going to upload. I'm going to upload an episode a week, and each episode's about 40 minutes. So I think I'm at the $15 tier on this plan. But this is the console here, and you can see there's not much going on because I have no content. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a new episode. Now, a couple of things to note about this. First of all, what I have is an interview that I conducted with Jeff Samulian, CEO of EMIS, backstage at the 2015 Worldwide Radio Summit. So I went through and edited that. I'm not showing you how to do all that. You've got radio production people who, they're much better than I am at that. So I'm assuming that you have the file. You've bounced it down to an MP3. The one other thing that I have done is I have used a software program to configure what's called the ID3 tags. And I'm on a Mac, so the software I use might be different than you if you're using a Windows machine. But basically, just look for some free software or some $10 software that will let you configure the ID3 tags. The ID3 tags are kind of the tags that iTunes and other services use to know the right information about the podcast file that you're uploading. So here we are. I'm going to add a media file. I'm going to take it from my hard drive. Let's see. There it is. You can see it's got the artwork with it and everything, this MP3 file. That's because I've configured the ID3 tags. And we can go ahead and open it. And that's going to upload it. All right. And I'm going to give this a title. I usually do one Jeff Samulian of EMIS Communications. Interview at the 2015 Worldwide Radio Summit. Good. So this is the title, an episode of, or the title of this episode here. There we go. Seth Ressler, digital dot connector for Jacobs Media, interviews the CEO, chairman, and founder of EMIS Communications. At the 2015 Worldwide Radio Summit. Okay, I can use a thumbnail if I want. So, for example, I might use the podcast artwork that I've got here. Actually, if I have a Jeff Samulian photo, I might use that. Did I get one? There we go. Look at that. All right. I can put this in a category if I want. I don't know. Radio, maybe. Tags, keywords, radio, EMIS. Those are probably the two things. Maybe broadcasting. Permalink shows to, yeah, I can have this point to various places. The show's blog page is what they use here at Libsyn. You do need to set the style. This is a clean interview. There's no swearing in here. TV style, this is, I don't know, we'll call it PG. I don't even think there's anything P in there. I think it's just G. But we can also set the release or expiration. So if you want to set the date for when this comes out or when this is done, you can. So you can actually upload stuff ahead of time. This I'm not going to, because I'm going to submit this to iTunes, and I want this to show up in iTunes pretty quickly. So that will go ahead and come out. And if you want to put in extra tags, which I don't really want to, check at the top, make sure that, okay, good, my upload was successful. So we're all set. And I am going to go ahead and publish that interview. And that's really all there is. It'll take a few minutes to publish. And if we want to view it, we can. But this is the link that I can send if I want to, just get people to download the link straight to the episode. If you want to, use something to put into, say, like a WordPress or something on your website, you can put something like that. And you can also, you can use a custom player. So if I want to use one of the players, I can actually do that and then get the embed code. So this is what it might look like. Or I can use the mini player if I want to preview it. And there's the embed code that I can stick on my website. Or I can use the legacy player. So what I'll do is I'll take one of these that I like, and I will actually embed this on my all access column when I go ahead and post this with the show notes page. And that's the code that I will use. And we could use it actually even without the thumbnail if I wanted to, just have sort of a blank screen. I got a couple of options. So that's really all there is to it, to uploading your episode to Libsyn. Once you do, you'll be able to go in and you'll be able to see show stats. Oops, we don't want to leave this page. So I'll stay here for a few minutes until it's done. But you can go in and you can see your stats. There's not going to be any stats at the moment because obviously this episode hasn't released yet, and this is the very first one that I've done. So that's really all there is to it. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, Seth, S-E-T-H, @jacobsmedia.com.